we've got another top 10 list, and it's full of speculation books, all right? So go grab your vibe juice and meet me back here in the new comic book room. We got a lot to talk about. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are back with another top 10 list and market update for you. Yes, for you, the comic book community. I am your humble host, C3, and you know what it is. It's Keep It Comics. So go grab your vibe juice, because we're going to do the things that we like to do. It's good vibes only. Check your nonsense at the door. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. Press that notification bell so every time I do a video, you guys will get that notification, right? Every time I drop. We're going to start the list off with a hot comic book. We're going to talk about Amazing Spider-Man issue number 258. This is that Emma Lupacino 1 in 25 facsimile variant, and it's featuring Mr. Fantastic and the black suit Spider-Man on the cover. Oh yeah, definitely a nice looking book, right? I'm thinking that this book is probably going to be on the move for the next couple of weeks. It's recanting the early days of the black suit costume. It may be worth a look, all right? This book is up 3.33% with the last recorded sale being $32. Average price for the raw copy is $32 also. There is no graded information on this book just yet because this is a new book. It was just recently released, right? But it's still doing well on the secondary market. It came out the gate hot. I'm going to keep watching it and see where it goes. We've had a total of 13 sales for this particular book so far, and the high sale of $40. Now, if you're a Spider-Man fan, like I'm a Spider-Man fan, this is a book that you're going to want to keep your eye on. It's one for the collection. I'm going after mine today, so hopefully I get lucky. All right, so keep your eye out for Amazing Spider-Man issue number 258 because it's moving on the secondary market. All right, we're going to keep it moving as well. At the list at number 9. Now, here's a book that I've been wondering about for quite some time. Favorite of mine, so I'm happy to share it with you. And we're going to talk about Deadpool, Merc with a Mouth. And this is issue number 7, guys. Oh, yeah. First appearance of Lady Deadpool. Now, I don't know if you saw in the trailer, but it appears that I saw some hips in the trailer. Yes, that's what I'm basing this speculation off of, some hips, right? I could have swore I saw some hips moving in the trailer, which led me to go look at this particular book. I'm happy I did. It's up, not a lot, but it is up 1.05% with 852 total sales so far. So this book is doing a lot of movement on the market, all right? Last recorded sale for this book was $125. The average price for this book will run you about $155, where the average graded copy of this book is $405. We had a high sale that took place back in 2021 where a CGC 9.8 sold for $700. All right, so if that book sold for that much back in 2021, it's a few years later. The market atmosphere has changed. I'm pretty sure that you can get your hands on this book for a lot less, all right? All you have to do is probably just play your cards right, reach out to the seller, you know, haggle a little bit. Don't go crazy with it. Don't be disrespectful. But that's what I would do. I would reach out to the person selling the book, see if I can get it for a little less, save myself a couple of bucks. A lot of individuals don't think that that's a good idea, but I think it's a good idea in this day's economic climate. It's always good to save a buck and being able to add a very well put together comic book into your collection. So those are my thoughts on that book. If you're interested in Deadpool, Merc with a Mouth, issue number 7, keep your eye out on this book because it's definitely moving, guys. All right? And I'm excited about that movie, too. I can't wait to see what it's about. And if you're as excited as I'm excited, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If this is your first time checking out the channel, please give us a shot. It doesn't hurt, right? I'm pretty sure you've done worse. It's Keep It Comics. I'm your boy C3, and we do this all the time. All right? Now, let's talk about number 8 on the list. This next book is a must-have for every collection. Now, a lot of people have not been speaking about this book, but once again, I'm going to speak about this book. Let's talk about NYX, issue number 3, and this is the first appearance of X-23, Laura Kinney. This book has been hot forever and a day. It's been hot quietly, quiet hot. This is what I call quiet heat. Yes, this is quiet heat. I've been wanting this book for probably about, I want to say about 5 years. But this book continues to rise in price. It dips a little, but it doesn't dip much. And I've been waiting for it to take a significant dip so I can grab myself one. I like to strike while the iron is cold. But unfortunately, from where I sit, this book has not really gone cold yet. Not as cold as I would like it to see. I like to strike while the iron is cold, but this book is not really cold like that. This is still a hot book. Check this out. This book is up 36%, right? With 1,477 total sales that has taken place so far. This comic keeps rising in value, right? Last recorded sale for this book was $510. The average price for a raw copy, $570. Average price for a graded copy is $1,095. Check this out. We had a high sale that took place back in 2022 where CGC 9.8 sold for $2,222. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll drink to that. $2,222, 2222, right? Now, I checked Go Collect on this particular book because I was curious and I figured you might want this information as well, because this is one of those speculation books that continue to move numbers on the market, right? 6,326 universal grades on the census, with 5 of those being 9.9s. Now, keep in mind, as we see more 9.9s of a book of this magnitude, it will lower the value of the 9.8. I mean, which is not a bad thing, because it helps those who don't have a lot of money get their hands on that 9.8, but yet it raises the bar because the 9.9 now becomes the golden egg, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we've got 2,438 9.8s, 1,713 9.6s, 869 9.4s, 451, 9.2s, and we've got 364 9.0s. And I want to share this with you as well, if those numbers seem a little too steep for you. Fair market value has the 9.0, which is still a near mint book, registered at $450 for the graded copy, right? So a 9.0 in this particular book is still not a bad grade to have. All right, so if you're in the market for NYX issue number 3, keep your eye out on this book because it's moving on the secondary market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at the list at number 7, we have to talk about one of our favorite characters, and this is Return of Wolverine, issue number 1, the Lucio Perillo variant cover. All right, guys. The reason this book is so hot is because it's the first appearance of Persephone. Yes. And if you look around me, you can see that I've switched my comic book room around too. And I've got a couple of Wolverine comic books just laying around just to highlight this particular Spec book. Now, last recorded sale for this book was $5. This book is up 85.40% with 313 total sales so far. Average price for the raw copy, get this, just $3. Ladies and gentlemen, for the buy-in. $3 for the buy-in. Average price for the graded copy is $30. We had a high sale back in 2022 for this particular book where, not a CGC, but a CBCS 9.9 sold for $200. Again, not a CGC, but a CBCS slab sold for $200 back in 2022. But fair market value has this book resting at $3 for a raw copy and near mint condition. So Wolverine, Return of the Wolverine, issue number 1, the Lucio Perillo variant cover is on the move. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so keep your eye on it. Awesome book, beautiful cover too, man. Don't sleep. And you can't go wrong. That's one of our favorite superheroes, man. And that's a bad cover. I don't care what nobody say. I like it. Cover lovers delight. I'm all over it. All right. Now, at the list at number 6, here's a hot new comic book. This is a modern gem, and this is definitely worth a look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's talk about Annihilation 2099. This is the 1 in 25 Peter Wood cover, right? Now, this book is hot because it is the first appearance of Red Hawk 2099. Yes. Now, this is my disclaimer. I'm going to share this with you guys. I want to see some new characters because we keep getting remakes of old characters and they're calling them first appearances. And in my opinion, they're not really first appearances. I guess these books are hot just because of the love that people have in their heart when they hear the word first appearance and they feel like they have to have that book. Now, this particular book, I don't have, but just because I don't have it doesn't mean that you might not want it. That's why I'm sharing with you. But I want to see some new, fresh characters, not the remakes of old characters that we already have those superheroes, and we hold those superheroes close to our heart. Create some new superheroes. What is the problem with giving us new heroes? I don't know what's going on with the creators and these comic book production, whatever we want to call it. But listen, we need some new characters. We need some new characters, fresh ideas. Bring somebody to the table. Let's get some new characters up here. All right. Now, that's my rant. That's just how I feel about it. But nonetheless, this is still a hot book. Up 85.63%. Last recorded sale for this book was $95. Average price for the raw, $49. Right? There is no graded information on this yet. I know people are going to send this book in, get it graded. 14 total sales so far with a high sale of $95 for a raw copy. That was back on July 19th. All right. Fair market value has the raw copy in a near mint condition listed at $49. All right. That's a pretty decent value for a modern book. But again, we continue to allow these new modern comic books with not first appearances come out the gate, get hot, price goes up almost $100, and we're paying for this. And me, I like to get more bang for my buck, but I also want what I'm paying for too. Like, so if I'm paying for a first appearance, I actually want a first appearance. I don't want a first appearance, or however you want to say it. But that's just my thought, right? I like the old school cover introduction on this book. It's not a bad looking cover. I like how it has the little bubbles, asking the questions, is it this person? Is it, this is that person? That has that old school feel to it, but nonetheless, it's still not a true first appearance, right? So I myself, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy sharing this information with you, so I hope you guys appreciate it. It's a hot book, ladies and gentlemen. Annihilation 2099, the 1 in 25 Peter Wood cover. Keep your eye out on it. It's moving. All right, guys, we've made it. Yes, we have made it to the halfway mark. So at this time, I'm going to do what I always do, which is stop, take a moment, and thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for checking out the channel. This is Keep It Comics. I am the original creator of the mantra, Keep It Comics. We do it all the time. It's good vibes only. You may see some imitators, but it's all good. I don't care. Let them do what they do, man. It's all love. Look, I got my vibe juice. I hope you got yours. I hope you're enjoying the content. Check out the new comic book room around me. You see some comics back there. Which books back there do you have? Leave the comments in the comment section. Look around me. If you see a book behind me that you have in your collection, leave it in the comment section down below. Now, here's your trivia question for the week. Can somebody please tell me who was the first mutant? Oh man, that's a toughie. Who was our first mutant? I don't know, but I bet you do. Leave it in the comment section below. It's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the channel. Like, subscribe, share, and we can do this every time, all right? Anytime I drop a video, you guys are going to get the content that you deserve. I appreciate you. We're back at the list like we never left it. At the list at number 5. This list wouldn't be complete if you didn't put some DC comics up there. So I got to show love to DC. A lot of people are like, DC? Nah, DC is still iconic. And I'm going to continue to respect it and treat it as such, right? Let's talk about the one and only Batman, issue number 442. And this is the first appearance of Robin Tim Drake. Yes, this is the first appearance of Robin Tim Drake. Now, here's my thing. I like all the Robins, but my favorite Robin is Damian. I don't know. I like his character, man. He's just uncontrollable. We have like that same personality. Like, he's relentless, and I like that dude, man. But here's a book that's hot. It's got Tim Drake in it. For those of you who like Tim Drake, this book is trending up, ladies and gentlemen. 97.31%. 1,361 total sales so far, with the last recorded sale being just $2. There you go, guys. You can get your hands on a hot book for just $2, add it to your collection, and continue to watch the speculation on this book. This book is going to continue to do well. You know, comic book fans are waiting for Tim Drake to get his really big moment on the big screen, and I'm pretty sure it'll come. All right? Average price for the raw copy is just $10 right now. Average price for the graded copy is $75. That's actually not a bad price also for a slab in a CGC 9.8. We had a high sale that took place in 2022 for that CGC 9.8, where a comic book sold for $139, right? So if you can get your hands on a nice slab for $139, would you? Especially one of this magnitude. All right, this is some popular copper, ladies and gentlemen. Another tongue twister. Fair market value has it resting at $10 for a raw copy in near mint condition, but it's definitely worth taking a look at. So if you're in the market for Batman issue number 442, keep your eye on it because it's moving. All right. At the list at number 4, guys, we've got more DC on the list and we want to talk about, and we got to discuss our main man. Yes, we got to talk about our main man. This is Omega Man, issue number 3, first appearance of the main man, Lobo. Oh yeah, this is a character that I definitely can't wait to see on the big screen. I just want to, you have to pick the right character for, you have to pick the right actor for him, first of all, right? You can't just put anybody in this particular spotlight. Whoever playing Lobo has to embody the character. And I'm hoping that they pick the right character. They're talking about the one who, I forgot his name right now, but it's the one who played Aquaman. So they may be looking at him to play Lobo. I think he can do it, but I'm not sure his schedule would allow it. But this is a hot book right now. It's up 2.28%, 4,540 total sales so far. Last recorded sale for this book was $60. And look, I remember when everybody was dumping this book. I never got rid of I've never even given a thought of getting rid of my Omega Man issue number 3. First of all, I don't think about getting rid of any of my comics unless I'm giving it away to one of you guys out in the community. But I remember when everybody was dumping this book. But this book is back hot again. Average price for the raw copy is $66. Average price for the graded copy, $324. We had a high sale that took place back in 2023 where CGC 9.8 sold for $554. Now, that's something worth taking a gander at. We have a fair market value of $66 for the raw copy in near mint condition. So if you're in the market for the Omega Man, issue number 3, this is the first appearance of the main man, Lobo. And Lobo's a beast. We saw him go toe-to-toe with Superman, and he handled his business. He's definitely a character that you don't want to sleep on. Keep your eye on it, guys, because it's moving. Lobo is definitely moving. All right, at the list at number 3. This is a hot book, my guy. We're talking about Hulk, issue number 1, and this is the Ed McGuinness regular cover. Oh yeah, we got to highlight this book. This is the first appearance of the Red Hulk, Thaddeus Ross. We're looking forward to seeing him coming up soon too. With the introduction that Marvel had, it has switched up a little bit, but I'm fairly certain that we're still going to see Red Hulk on the screen. I know the character that they were going to have play Thaddeus passed away, but you know, they always find somebody else to fill a position when they need it. This book is up 2.38% with 2,888 sales on this particular book so far. Last recorded sale for this book was $50. Average price for the raw, $78, which is good to know. I know when I purchased mine, I paid like $7 for, I've got 2 copies I paid $7 for, and 2 copies I paid between $12 and $15 for. So when I was copping my books, the price was gradually increasing. So to see that this book has gained more traction since I purchased those books, and that was a while ago, I'm excited about that. I like watching my comic books increase in value, right? So it's just part of the hobby. And look, we've got an average graded copy going for $370, right? So that's good news. You have a book that's very well written, full of artwork, great storyline, introduction to a new character, and it's booming on the secondary market. That's what you want, man, because I consider my comic books to be like stock, except they're not invisible. I can actually see it. You know what I mean? So the high sell for this book took place back in 2021, where CGC 9.8 sold for $600. Yeah, a 9.8 went for $600. That's just good news for me, right? Fair market value has this book resting at $78 for a raw copy in near mint condition. So you still got plenty of opportunity to get your hands on this book. It's a great read. I believe it'll continue to increase in value as long as Marvel doesn't do anything crazy to crash the book. All right, so keep your eye out on it. Hulk, issue number 1. First appearance of Red Hulk, Thaddeus Ross, because it's moving, guys. All right, here we go. We've made it to number 2 on the list. Now, on the list at number 2, we got an iconic book. This is a big book, iconic book. Don't get mad at me. I got a report on this book. A lot of people were like, C3, you know we can't afford these books. It's okay. I can't afford it either. But it's still a hot book. All right, guys, let's talk about The Incredible Hulk, issue number 181. Oh, yeah. And this is the first full appearance of Wolverine. You know how I know it's the first full appearance? Because CGC says so. Yeah, CGC said it's the first full appearance. Now, they didn't say it was the first appearance. They said it was the first full appearance of Wolverine. That's what I'm going with, right? This book is hot and is up 0.14%. Last recorded sale for this book, $3,502. Average price for a raw copy will run you about $2,031. Now, a graded copy of this book will run you roughly about $3,923. So that's the average graded price. Keep this in mind. I looked at CGC, and CGC told me that it had 14,453 universal grades on the census. But get this, the 9.9, there's a single 9.9 on the census, and that, my friends, is the golden egg. You've got 145 9.8s, 377 9.6s, 575 9.4s, 772 9.2s, and 1,040 9.0s. Fair market value says that you can get your hands on a 9.0 for $6,750, which is not bad because that book is still considered near mint. Now, here's the number. We had a high sale that took place back in 2022 where CGC 9.8 sold for $138,000. That's a lot of scribble. Yes, I know. I don't got it to sling around like that. But it's okay to dream. I'm a dreamer, right? It's okay to dream. Listen, that's a big number. But this book has been hot. This book has been hot and it continues to rise. It's an iconic book. One of our favorite characters. First full appearance of Wolverine. For all those who speculate on this book will never go away. It has solidified itself in the collector's universe. It is what it is. It's not going anywhere. So if you're in the market for The Incredible Hulk, issue number 181, first full appearance, got you, first full appearance of Wolverine, keep your eye out on that book because that book will always do numbers, all right? And if you're lucky enough to get your hands on one for not a lot of money, man, consider yourself to be just that, lucky. Because I don't have one yet. I'm still trying to get mine. I'm waiting on it. I need it. Man, I don't need it to take a dip. I need that one to take a dive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it. Yes, we've made it to the number 1 hottest comic book in the universe, right? Now, we got to talk about Akira, issue number 1. Yes. Now, this is the first appearance of Akira. Hot manga character, hot anime character, however you want to say it. This book is up, man. It's good to see some science fiction on top of the list for a change, right? I'm okay with that. I like seeing different books on the list. Like, I don't want to be reviewing the same books every week and all the time for the majority of the time. There are so many books, you know, there are so many different comic books, so many different characters, so many different things that we can explore. And you can see the numbers don't lie. These books are hot. Just because certain individuals are not talking about these books don't mean that these books are not on the market. Doesn't mean that these books are not doing numbers. Doesn't mean that these books are not wanted, valuable pieces of collector's items for other individuals, right? These books are hot. You can go back and check the numbers for yourself. And these books are selling. Some of you may not have known about this book, but that's why you have me, because I talk about the books that nobody else talks about. Yes, I don't jump on the bandwagon. I drive it. You already know what it is, all right? It's good vibes only, baby. We're going to do it for the love of the hobby. Akira, issue number 1. This book is up 138.40%. 760 total sales for this book has changed hands so far. Last recorded sale for this book, $349, with the average book going for $30, ladies and gentlemen. Average price for the graded copy, $408. We had a high sale that took place back in 2021 where CGC 9.8 sold for $1,250. Yes, my friends, you've got yourself one hot spec book that you want to keep your eye out on in this Akira issue number 1. I'm excited for the book. I hope you're excited for the book. I hope you guys enjoyed your list, because there it is. You got it. You wanted it. I presented it to you. Now it's up to you what you do with it. If you're out there on the hunt, you can execute, but be safe when doing so. I'm your boy C3. This is Keep It Comics, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah, I don't got no school next week, so you guys are going to get a couple of more lists. Out your boy. It's good vibes only. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget your trivia question. Who's the first mutant? Leave it in the comment section below. Say I don't know the answer. I still would love for you to tell it, right? All right, guys. I'll see you next time. You know what it is. Later, Gators.